Today 6, On Your Side at 5:30, with 10 minutes of non-stop news and the On Your Side forecast starts
Thank you
now.
to everyone who has supported Bowe. He's had a wonderful team everywhere. We will continue to stay strong for Bowe while he recovers. Thank you.
After nearly 5 years, Sergeant Bowe Bergdahl is free and his family is celebrating. The Taliban released him into U.S. custody this morning. Thanks for joining us on this day so many of us have been waiting for. I'm Tammy Tremblay. Bergdahl deployed to Afghanistan in May of 2009 and was taken prisoner by the Taliban a month later. He was the only American prisoner, and his captors have released video of Bergdahl over the years, giving hope he may someday be released. Bergdahl's family found out the day had finally come from President Obama. They joined him in the White House Rose Garden just an hour ago. President Obama applauded the family for staying strong for the last 5 years and embraced them both with a hug. The president says he never gave up hope Bowe would be released, and neither did his parents.
To say to Bowe right now, who's having trouble speaking English, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Zayabayem, I'm your father, Bowe. We just can't communicate the words this morning when we heard from the president. So we look forward to continuing the recovery of our son, which is going to be a considerable task for our family.
Son Bowe is coming home. Sergeant Bergdahl has missed birthdays and holidays and the simple moments with family and friends, which all of us take for granted. But while Bowe was gone, he was never forgotten.
Right now, Sergeant Bergdahl is currently receiving medical care at Bagram Air Base in Afghanistan. When he is determined fit to fly, he will be sent to Germany for continued treatment before going through the reintegration process and eventually being reunited with his family. Yellow ribbons have been up all around Bowe's hometown of Haley since his capture. As you can imagine, now relief is taking over. Karen Lair is standing by live there.
Yeah, Tammy, the last 5 years has been extremely emotional for the Bergdahl family and the entire community of Haley. It's really hard to take a look around town and not see something with a yellow ribbon like this tied to it. They are on nearly every tree, sign, and light post in the entire town, and it was pretty remarkable when we were driving in just a couple of hours ago. Already, tons of businesses have signs in the windows celebrating Bowe's freedom. Now, for the last 4 years and 11 months, members of the community have constantly been rallying to bring Bowe back. Now today they finally got the good news that they've been waiting to hear. Now every person I talked to today said it wasn't a matter of if, just when Bowe would be able to come back home.
They've been wonderful. Family's very resilient. The community has not wavered in its commitment to get him freed. And so today was just, I think everybody either burst into tears or couldn't get a silly grin off their faces. It's long coming. It's been 5 years. We're just so relieved and grateful that he's been freed.
That feeling of relief and excitement is definitely being shared with everyone over in the Wood River Valley, and those yellow ribbons are going to stay up until Bowe makes his way back home to Idaho. Now, several other people also showing support by wearing yellow bracelets like this one to show support for Bowe. Now, I talked to some people that are also very close with the Bergdahl family, and we'll have some more on that coming up in just a couple of minutes. Live in Haley, I'm Karen Lair, Today 6 on your side.
All right, thanks, Karen. We'll head back to you a little later on in the show. From Bring Bowe Home to Bowe is Back. It's been a long wait for the Bergdahl family. Bowe disappeared from his base in Afghanistan on June 30th, 2009. We're taking a look back at what happened since.
It was less than a month later when the Taliban released the first video of Sergeant Bowe Bergdahl. In it, his captors showed his dog tags and prompted him to answer questions about his kidnapping, the war, and his family. Then later that same year, the Taliban released a propaganda video on Christmas Day. It features Bergdahl wearing his combat uniform, including a helmet. He called on America to leave Afghanistan and compared it to the Vietnam War. Experts believe these comments were forced. A third video was released the next year in April of 2010, containing pleas from Bergdahl to get him home.
Get me, release me, please, I'm begging you, bring me home.
Then in November of 2010, a fourth video was released. In this video, along with Bergdahl, another man in the video appeared to be the Taliban commander who had once threatened to kill the U.S. soldier. In December of 2011, it was reported Bergdahl tried to escape 3 months earlier by jumping through a window. The Taliban recaptured him a short time later. They say they found him in a hole covered with leaves. Some good news came in the form of a letter in June of 2013. The family did not release the actual text of the letter to the public. Friends say it's the boost they needed. In February, discussions start with intermediaries overseas to see if there is any ability to gain Bergdahl's release. Leading to May 31st, Bowe is released to the U.S. from the Taliban in exchange for 5 detainees at Guantanamo Bay.
Governor Otter is celebrating the news of Bergdahl's release. He sent a statement that reads in part, "Bowe has been in our prayers for years, so his release from Taliban captivity is cause to continue our prayers now in gratitude for their fulfillment." Otter adds that we join all of Idaho and America in expressing our joy and welcoming this wonderful news. We'll have much more on Sergeant Bowe Bergdahl's release. Right now, though, here's meteorologist Adam Bierman. Adam, some storms came through.
Yeah, it's primarily wind, Tammy. We saw a pretty strong gust front blowing through. Let's take a look real quick here at our Ford dealers tower cam. You can see still blowing around pretty well out there in downtown Boise. We've got a time-lapse video to show you real quick that shows you just how nasty this storm was throughout the day. This starts in the morning. You can see the clouds off to the west, primarily over Oregon. But as we head into the afternoon, they start to roll in, and then the camera shakes around a bit. That's when the front came through. And I'm going to show you real quick here the radar. Not a lot of storms really to look at here in forms of precipitation or hail or anything like that. But again, primarily the wind. You can see this little band right here. This is the gust front pushing up against the mountains. We're going to get to your full forecast coming up in just a bit. Right now, though, let's send it back over to Tammy.
All right, thanks, Adam. The celebration of Sergeant Bowe Bergdahl's release is not limited to Haley. Folks here in the Treasure Valley are also rejoicing at the good news. They gave words of happiness and encouragement for Bowe and his family.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Welcome home, Bowe.
I just think it's kind of cool that he's home.
It's definitely a great day when we have one of our own come home, you know.
I think it's wonderful that he finally got released and that he's finally free to go to his family.
I mean, it's been a while since he's seen his family, and grateful that he's able to come home.
I know it's been a long time, and there's been a lot of people saying lots of prayers.
I just want to give him a big ol' hug. Tell him thank you for everything he's done for us.
Good luck, guys. It's going to be a long road ahead, but I wish you guys the best.
I just keep the faith and just stay strong, and you'll surpass anything.
Social media lit up from the moment news of Bergdahl's release broke. On Your Side's Chris Oswald continues our live team coverage and joins us here in the studio.
Tammy, first it was Bring Bowe Home taking over social media. Today, as the nation celebrates his release from Taliban, the hashtag and Facebook groups become Welcome Home, Bowe.
It's such a magnificent story from top to bottom. It speaks about the United States' focus on never leaving a fallen comrade behind.
For 5 years, it's been a mission never abandoned. Bring Bowe home.
The tremendous training and execution of the SF soldiers to do this transaction in a peaceful, non-hostile way.
For 5 years, Special Forces trained.
That's like brain surgery on a bouncing ship. I mean, you know, this is counterintuitive, and they do it magnificently.
And for 5 years, support on social media has been huge. All you have to do is look at what's trending on Twitter. The #1 topic, Bergdahl. Hundreds of retweets with the words, wow, and even more tweets like, hooray, welcome home, Bowe Bergdahl. The only American prisoner of war in Afghanistan has been freed.
The persistence of this incredible soldier who hung with it for 5 years.
And on Facebook, pages like Bring Bowe Bergdahl Home quickly popped up. They changed today to Welcome Home, Bowe. On the Idaho On Your Side Facebook page, Idahoans rejoiced. Renee Weeks commented, quote, having tears and thanking God at this moment. I can't begin to imagine how wonderful his family is feeling right now. And Pam Scott writes, an answer to prayer. I am happy for his friends and family and happy that another American can again enjoy freedom. The social media frenzy started well before this day of celebration. From those prayers to cries of relief, thousands of people have been posting in the name of Bowe. Not just on social media, but on YouTube as well. Dozens of videos dating back 5 years, pleading for his release. Now, we know that many of you are excited about the news of Bergdahl's release, as is evident from Facebook and Twitter. And we'd like for you to share your thoughts on our Facebook page. That's Idaho on Your Side. And we'll share some of those comments coming up tonight at 10. Live in studio, Chris Oswald, today 6 on Your Side.
Thanks, Chris. As Idaho celebrates the release of Bowe, one man is concerned about possible repercussions from his release. L. Todd Wood is a global affairs commentator and has written 3 books on historical fiction. While he concedes Bowe coming home is good news for his family, he believes exchanging 5 high-level Taliban leaders for Bowe shows weakness. Wood says the United States policy is to not negotiate with terrorists. He says this protects our interests, and the president's motives in releasing Bowe are fueled by politics.
The war is not over. I mean, they're still trying to kill us. So that is my concern, that these guys are terrorists and they will be back, not necessarily just on the Afghan battlefield, but anywhere in the world.
Wood added Obama has set a dangerous precedent with this prisoner exchange, fearing what it means for other U.S. citizens imprisoned by terrorists. Keep it here. Our coverage on the release of Bowe Bergdahl continues tonight at 9 and 10. We talked to one of the men who helped organize the Bring Bowe Home events, plus more reaction from Bergdahl's family.